The Supreme Court upheld a gun control law intended to protect victims of domestic violence. Natalie Bruen reports from the Supreme Court.
It's the decision gun safety advocates had hoped for when they rallied in front of the Supreme Court during November's oral arguments.
We know that lives are on the line.
In an 8-1 ruling, the justices upheld a federal law that prohibits people under domestic violence restraining orders from having firearms.
This is the first time we've seen this Supreme Court in a long time actually rule in favor of regulation of guns.
Chief Justice John Roberts wrote, "The law uses common sense and applies only after a judge determines that an individual poses a credible threat of physical violence." The court ruling against the challenge brought by 23-year-old Zaki Rahimi of Texas, indicted for possessing a firearm while having a restraining order against him.
This case stemmed from the High Court's Bruen decision 2 years ago, which expanded gun rights, saying history and tradition should determine whether laws regulating firearms are constitutional.
While history has a role to play in constitutional analysis, it has to be calibrated, against the issues of present day.
Emma Brown is the executive director of the Giffords Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence.
It's important to remember that this case, all it does is preserve the status quo. And the status quo in this country is a tremendously dangerous country for women and for domestic violence survivors.
Legal experts expect Friday's opinion will provide more clarity for lower courts as they decide other Second Amendment cases.
Justice Clarence Thomas, who was the author of the 2022 decision expanding gun rights, was the lone dissenter in this ruling.